Hey guys, and welcome to another video of The Guide. I'm Benjamin, also known as Taz, and in this video I want to introduce you to the active touch system. This is a new engine in FIFA 19 and it's changing how the players are dealing with the ball. So for example, what kind of animations are triggered when they are trapping the ball, or how you can actively handle the ball. But the impact of this engine is much higher onto the game, and this is the reason why we are going to release additional videos about the active touch system as part of the guide pretty soon. So for example, it changes how you have to act in the defense. So make sure to check out the video description to see if these videos are already published. And in this video we want to cover the basic principles so you're able to learn and master the active touch system and use it to your advantage. Let's start with some basic moves. To flick up the ball while running, you press in the right stick. When you press it in while standing, you can start to juggle. For every contact of the ball, you have to press in the right stick again. The timing of this decides whether you juggle with your feet or knees. For example, you can also let the ball bounce to the ground and then continue to juggle. It all comes down to your timing with the right stick. Another factor is how long you press in the right stick. If you only press it shortly, your player will juggle the ball quite low. If you press it in and hold it longer, the height increases. To juggle after a pass, you do the same. Just press in the right stick and start to juggle as explained. There are two ways to juggle the ball in air with flicks like this. You either remain with pressing in the right stick and put in a direction with the left stick to give the flick a direction, or you do it the old way as in earlier FIFAs, by just flicking the right stick into the direction. Both ways lead to the same result. Flicking the right stick into a direction can also be used to flick up the ball on a ground pass. With the direction of the flick of the right stick, you can determine in which direction your player will flick up the ball. Timing, direction and how long you press in the right stick are the basic principles of juggling and flicking the ball, which we can use in different situations. For example, on a lob pass, you can determine the height of a chest flick, depending on how long you press in the right stick. Here I only pressed it in shortly and the chest flick is quite low. On this ball, I pressed in the right stick longer, and the chest flick then gets higher. If you combine this with the direction of the left stick, you can set up a direction of the chest flick. Once again, it is possible to do it low or high. Another way to change how your player is trapping lob passes is holding L2 or LT. Depending on the situation and the player, you can perform fancy touches like this one. The flare trade is needed for some. Another new move is a side flick up while running, which is available for players with 4 stars or more. You have to change the running direction with the left stick and immediately press in the right stick. The last move that we want to show is the soul trap, which does require a player with 5 stars or the flare trait. When the ball is bouncing, you have to hold L2 or LT and press in the right stick. Now you can use these elements and put it together. In this example, I flick up the ball after a pass, juggle the ball with a knee, flick it above me, go for a soul trap and then shoot it on goal. There are plenty of ways to do stuff like that. You can also use the active touch system to flick up the ball with a striker at the box to go for a volley or bicycle kick. Moves like this can be very surprising for your opponent and sometimes hard to defend. When you train the different juggle and flicking moves, you can be very creative and thus hard to stop in some situations. On the other side, you don't have always full control over which animations get triggered by the player, and he then doesn't do what you intended. This can lead to an unnecessary loss of ball position or big fails. You also might throw away good situations at which you could have gone for an easier solution, because you get too playful by using all the flicks and juggling moves. So this is an overview about juggling and flicking the ball with the active touch system. As part of the guide, we're going to release more videos on this, for example the best situations on which to use these moves, and also how you have to adjust your defending because of this. The new ways of a disguised ball control, the feint and spin turn, will be also explained in another video. Make sure to check the video description to get to these videos. Subscribe to this channel and activate the bell to not miss all the upcoming videos of the guide. We also offer private coaching with elite and top 100 players in FIFA 19. You can find more information about this in the video description. Thanks for your attention, keep a clean sheet, I'm out.